Welcome back to Luxe Drive 07, your go-to sport BMW car for everything that moves with style, precision, and a bit of that luxe edge. If you are into German engineering, cutting-edge design, and road presence that turns heads, you already know the vibe here. But today, we're switching gears, just a little. Now I know what you're thinking, Cultus? On Luxe Drive 07? But hear me out, this isn't just any Cultus. This is the 2025 Suzuki Cultus. It's fresh, it's revamped, and it's trying really hard to punch above its weight. So, we are going to dive into what Suzuki is bringing to the table this year and compare the vibes with what we know and love, BMW. This is gonna be a fun ride, especially if you're curious about how economy cars are evolving in 2025 and whether they can offer even a taste of that luxury feel we crave. The 2025 Suzuki Cultus has received a full-blown update. Suzuki clearly wants to make this model more than just the everyday commuter car it's been known for in markets like Pakistan, India, and a few others. They're pushing this model toward a more refined, urban compact vibe. The exterior has been sharpened up with sleeker headlights, a more modern grille, and a slightly more muscular stance. It's not exactly aggressive, but it carries a more confident look, especially in the top variant with the blacked-out trim and upgraded wheels. Now, if you are a BMW fan, and I know you are, you're probably used to bold kidney grills, laser headlights, and a sculpted body that screams presence. The Cultus? It's more about staying low-key and efficient. But interestingly, Suzuki has been borrowing some cues from higher-end vehicles. The daytime running lights now have a cleaner, more geometric pattern. Even the rear lights mimic a wraparound design that tries to emulate what you might find on entry-level European hatchbacks. Under the hood, you won't find anything revolutionary. The 2025 Cultus still carries the 1.0-liter 3-cylinder engine, it's the K-1.0C dual-jet if you're keeping tabs. It's small, sure, but it's efficient, quiet, and does exactly what it's meant to do. Get you from point A to B without burning a hole in your pocket. 750 horsepower, 90 Nm of torque, not thrilling numbers, but paired with its lightweight build, the Cultus feels zippy around town. There's an auto and a manual option, depending on how much control you like. Now let's put that next to, say, a 2025 BMW X Series, or even the X-AC if you're thinking electric. You've got upwards of 200 horsepower, seamless gear shifts, and that rock-solid German ride quality. So obviously, the Cultus isn't in the same league when it comes to power and handling, but here's the thing, it's trying to add polish where you don't expect it. The interior is where Suzuki made the most surprising changes. Step into the 2025 Cultus and you're greeted with a more refined cabin. No, it's not leather and ambient lighting like you'd find in a BMW Patch series, but the build quality has noticeably improved. Soft touch materials on the dash, a new touchscreen infotainment system with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto support, and a digital driver display that actually looks pretty decent. And this is important, for the first time, Suzuki seems to understand that drivers, even in the budget segment, care about the experience inside the car, not just fuel economy. There's a more minimal layout this time, better integration of controls, and fewer clunky plastic buttons. If you're used to iDrive system, rotary controllers, gesture controls, and full voice assistant integrations, then yeah, this feels basic. But compared to previous Cultus models, it's a serious leap forward. The infotainment is smooth, connectivity is stable, and it finally feels like you are in a car that belongs in 2025. Not 2012. Now let's talk about the ride. The Cultus is light, easy to handle, and perfect for city driving. You won't get the planted, heavy confidence of a BMW 10 series or the buttery smooth damping of a 7 series. But again, context is everything. For someone who wants fuel efficiency, low maintenance costs, and still a semi-premium look and feel, the 2025 Cultus gets a lot right. Suspension is soft, tuned more for comfort than performance. It handles potholes better than you'd expect, and noise insulation has improved. Road noise is still there, especially at high speeds, but it's not unbearable. If you're jumping from a previous gen Cultus, this is going to feel like a quiet room by comparison. Safety is another area where Suzuki made progress. Dual airbags, ABS, rear parking sensors, and ISOFIX child seat anchors are now standard. It's not lane keeping assist, adaptive cruise, or 360-degree camera kind of safe, But again, we're looking at a car that costs a fraction of the price. Because even in the world of luxury cars, the baseline matters. It shows you is where the industry is going. And what I find interesting about the 2025 Cultus is how it's part of a larger trend. Compact cars are slowly integrating features and designs that used to be reserved for high-end vehicles. Screens, soft materials, digital meters, smart connectivity, it's all trickling down. And if you think about trajectory too, they're expanding downward. You've got the X series, the 2 Series Grand Coupe, the XAC, all more accessible than ever before. Luxury brands are getting more compact, while economy brands are getting more refined. The middle ground, that's where things are heating up. So if you're someone who drives a BMW but needs a second car for city runs, or maybe you're helping someone in your family pick out their first new car, this new Cultus should absolutely be on your radar. It's efficient, practical, looks more modern than before, and gives a surprisingly mature driving experience. Pricing is where Suzuki really makes its move. Depending on the market, the 2025 Cultus is still among the most affordable options in the compact hatchback segment. With fuel prices still playing rollercoaster in most places, that $100+ fuel average is a big deal. It's cost-effective without feeling cheap, and that's a fine balance to pull off. Now, let me be clear, this isn't a car that replaces a BMW. But it's a great reminder of how far budget cars have come. If you rewind those years, the Cultus was a basic box on wheels. Today, it's a city slicker with tech, comfort, and efficiency baked in. It's not going to give you the driving thrill of a 303 or the prestige of a 7 series, but it will get you places with ease, and now, a bit of style too. Would I drive it? Honestly, for quick errands, short commutes, or even teaching someone to drive? Absolutely. It's small, nimble, and has just enough features to not feel like you're missing out. So, wrapping it up, what's the verdict? The 2025 Suzuki Cultus isn't trying to be a BMW, and it shouldn't be. But it is trying to be more than what it used to be. And it delivers. It's a solid step forward for budget hatchbacks, and honestly, it's the kind of smart, efficient car the market needs right now. If you're looking for the next addition to your garage, either as a daily driver or a city companion, this one's worth a test drive. Alright, that's it for today's episode. Let me know in the comments, would you consider driving the new Cultus as a secondary ride? Or do you think it still doesn't cut it for 2025? Also, if you want me to compare it directly to something like the BMW X series in a future video, just drop a Cultus vs BMW in the comments below. Make sure to hit that like button if you enjoyed the video, and subscribe for more deep dives into both luxury and emerging cars. This is Luxe Drive 07, where the love for driving meets all levels of the game.